The seventh C. And we're walking. We're going to get you out early. Can't. It's not going to happen. The seventh C is courage. Oh boy. Here we go. What kind of leader are you? Change the things that you can. Accept and work with what you can't change. Have the courage to try. And lose your fear of failure. Accept it. It happens. We don't like when it happens, but it happens. Accept it. Understand how to manage it, but accept it. Thomas Edison knows 1,000 ways how not to make a light bulb. 1,000 ways how not to make a light bulb. But once he figured it out, the improvements came. And we're still continuing to improve on what Edison did years ago. It's okay to fail. It's unfortunate in our business when we fail, we lose lives. But unfortunately, we learn from it. Every one of our policies, for the most part, 90% of our policies and procedures, even codes, were written in blood and they lay on tombstones. We learn from our mistakes and we pay dearly for them. Learn from them and use them. Accept failure. It's a tough bite. Just had to bury a friend of mine, Greg Barnes, not too long ago. That was a tough pill to swallow. Good guy. Solid officer. Still miss him right now. If I hear somebody shuffle their feet, I just stop and pause. Because that's the kind of guy he was. You could hear him moving about the house. Always doing something. Always training his crew. Came up through the ranks. He did the right thing. He's a volunteer in his hometown. Paid captain in Jersey City. He's on the roof, cutting, and he died. Fighting fire. Fighting a good fight. Guess what? Every one of the things that we learn now, accept them, but learn from them. Somebody paid dearly for them. It's like riding a bike, what we do. Remember when you rode a bike? Now, okay, I'm going to move over this way because I don't want to insult anybody, and plus there's an exit. Well, there's not an exit over there. Okay. There's an exit over here. Remember the Schwinn? English racer? What was the trike that they had? I can't remember. Was it the radio? No, the radio flyer was a wagon, wasn't it? But do you remember you started out with a tricycle? And you were told you couldn't fall off of that? How many people fell off the trike? Turned too quick, and you fell off the trike, and you didn't want to ride it anymore. But after you mastered the trike, or your knees got to be too big and kept hitting the handlebars, you got another bike. You got a four-wheeler. Yes? The two-wheeler with the training wheels. Yeah, you got it. You didn't go from the trike to the two-wheeler. Don't try to tell me that. But you learned how to ride with the training wheels, to trust them, until you could trust yourself with balancing it. Once you learned how to balance that bike yourself, you screamed for them to take the training wheels off. And they took the training wheels off, and you crashed into the mailbox. Because you were used to getting that guidance, so you knew to turn this way, and the first time you turn this way, just like the first time you learned how to tiller, recover, 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 and it didn't happen, and you ran into the mailbox. It happens. But guess what? Constant improvement, constant change. Like riding the bike, the fire service is the same way. When I told you about the thing earlier on, the KaiZen, we're going to get to that in a hot second.